Hey, welcome back to the Board Game Closet. My name's Jimmy.
My name's Rod.
And I'm Tim.
And today we're going to be taking a look at the game The Resistance. It's put out by Indie Boards and Cards.
First thing about these instructions is it's 4 to 5 pages long. There's not a lot of instructions here. This is not a complicated game. This is what I would refer to as a structured conversation game.
Party game.
Party game.
Party game, right.
This is the one the wives can join in on.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really not really a full game per se. More like a conversation you have with a couple of people around a table. As far as story, there's basically none. It's basically just the artwork and a reason to sit down and play the game is all it is. There's not really a story or instructions.
Well, tell us what you really think. So let's tell you a little bit about The Resistance and how it plays. At the beginning of the game, similar to games like Mafia, you'll pass out cards, character cards, to each player. And these are secretive, so you don't show these to anyone. But on the back of your card, you'll have a character that either has a blue background or a red background. If you get one with blue, then you're part of the Resistance and you're the good guy. If you get a card that has red, then you are an evil spy that has worked their way into the Resistance and you're trying to foil their plans. So at the beginning of a round, there will be someone that has a leader token, and the leader will try to pick a certain number of people amongst the team that will go out and try to complete a mission. So they'll place a little token in front of each one of the people that they say, I want to go on that mission. And then going clockwise, I believe, you'll go around and you'll say whether or not you approve that selected team. And you have tokens that say approve or reject. And so what you'll do is you'll lay down your token that says, hey, I approve that Tim and Rod and Jimmy go on this mission, or I reject it. The reasons you would want to approve it is if you are a spy and you know that one of your fellow spies are on that team, and so you want to get them on that team. The reason you want to reject it is if you say, hey, I don't think that guy is a part of the Resistance. I don't want him to go on that team. Because once the team is approved, those people on the team will use either a success or a fail card. And so basically what they do is they submit this card secretively, and they say, okay, that's my card. And then whoever is the leader of the round takes all the cards, and then they place them face up. And if there is even one fail card in that group, then the entire mission fails. The way that you win the game or lose the game is if you get 3 successes, then the Resistance wins. If you get 3 failures, then the bad guys win and the game's over. So it's basically just a try to guess who's bad and who's good, and so you're talking amongst yourselves, trying to prove that you're a part of the Resistance or prove that you're not a spy. So that's how the game works.
Okay, now we'll move to the components of the game. Well, it's a card game, so it's going to be cards. The cards themselves are fine. They're just like any other deck of cards that you'd have. The artwork itself is... I'm not a big fan of the artwork. It's looks kind of simple. So, I mean, nothing that really matters because it doesn't change any part of the game. The artwork when it comes to like this cardstock here and here is fine. I mean, there's nothing great or just kind of average. So when it comes to components, I mean, like I said, it's a card game. We've got some tokens. They're fine also. Other than that, there's not much to the game itself when it comes to components.
And I think that's okay for this game in particular because it's a party-style game where you're just talking back and forth, arguing, trying to plead your case. And so it really, outside of a few of the mechanics of the game, as far as approving or rejecting or putting in your pass or fail cards, that's the only time you even use the components. So the majority of the game is played without even messing with them. So that's okay.
All right, and I would agree with that. I mean, I think the one thing, too, is the price point is minimal, right, compared to other games out there. So you can only expect so much. So the components are fine for what you're getting.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, like you guys said, it's mostly talking, mostly a conversation game. Not really much of a piece game.
Yeah. So it's fun. It's easy to understand once you play a few rounds. People that love party games like this, they get addicted to it. Every time I've pulled it out, it's been a riot. if you can say that, where just people are laughing and they're arguing, and then at the end of the game when you do the big reveal of who's a spy, that's always the best part of the game, because then you're always like, I knew it was you and you lied the whole time, and then you find out who's like a really good liar, and who you totally believed was on your side, and so that's a really cool feature to the game. So at the end of our reviews, we like to do a special thing where we each take a different colored die, and these will represent our opinions on the game just very simply. So if we show a green die, that means that we think you should go buy this game right away. If we show a red die, that means don't buy it, pass it up, let somebody else buy it. And then if we show a white die, that means that you should maybe wait and think about it before you purchase the game. So we'll all make our secret decision.
Very secret.
And then we'll put it out on the table and go. Oh, okay.
Weird.
So tell us what you think, Rod.
Just put it in one sentence. Price point. You can't go wrong with it. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's great for those people who aren't really into games. So, I mean, I think it's good.
Yeah, I definitely think you ought to buy it because it fills a niche for me, because you can play, I forget how many players it goes up to, but for me, 5 to 10 players. So that fills a hole in my collection where a lot of times I'll have there might be 6 or 7 people sitting around and they say, hey, we want to play a game, and this fills that, because I can't do that with some of these other games that only play 4 or 5. I love the interaction between people. It's a lot of fun to yell and scream and plead your case and lie your butt off, so I just really enjoy it.
I don't like the game at all because
Shocker.
it's just a bunch of people sitting around a table lying to each other. Is all it is. And it's like stressful to lie that much about something if you become the spy. And then and it's like, basically, you play Go Fish, and it's about as good of a game as this
terrible
one.
Well, I will agree that if you're not a good liar, then this is not the game for you. Or if you have a straight face. Of course, we played this one time with a guy that didn't say anything the whole time. And so every time we played with him, we thought he was the spy just because he never said anything. And so it was kind of fun, But I do agree. If you don't enjoy lying or bluffing, maybe that's a better way to put it.
Lying's fine. It's fine way.
Bluffing, lying. If you don't enjoy that, then you probably won't like it. But anyway, so that's it. Make sure you check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/BoardGameCloset. You can also check us out on Twitter, twitter.com/BoardGameCloset. And be sure to share this video with your friends.
All right.